Hi, my name is Kalila Cole, and I'm the Vice President of One Body Outreach. And I'm here with you today to discuss the strategic plan of One Body Outreach and to see if I can get a team together so that we can meet the goals of the organization. One Body Outreach is a 501c3 organization, nonprofit organization, and it was built so that we could change women's lives, change families' lives for the good and for the world. So our mission is to empower families, build communities, and to change the world. We do that by rescuing women who have been abused, battered, children who are homeless, children who are being neglected, restoring them by housing them, re educating them by giving them the tools that they need. Maybe they didn't get a degree or a trade or financial education, whatever it is that they need. We work with them at resume writing, how to get a job, how to dress for a job, and then we focus on them on becoming productive citizens in the world. So we provide a community structure. We provide a complete spectrum of educational services, opportunities, and then we stimulate the growth of the area's economy by hiring people, by creating more jobs. And right now, we're doing that on a smaller scale. So we are currently partnered with an organization in South Carolina called Have Faith Community Development Corporation. And what they've been able to do, they've been able to house several women. They've gotten several grants. They also created housing for those who are dealing with cancer and other terminal illnesses. So it's been since 2007 we have been able to do some wonderful things, and now we're trying to expand so that we can meet the needs of, especially with COVID, so that we can meet the needs of more families, more children, more women. So, what does our culture look like? Right now, we are innovators, right? There aren't many communities out there. There aren't many people that are saying, hey, let's all come together, a bunch of like minded people. Let's have some sustainable growth within the community, like vegetables, fruits, solar panels, wells for water, just everything, just living animals, whatever we need within a community, gas stations. Let's develop that. We have doctors, nurses. Let's all come together. We have the people, we have the different people in the different areas. But again, there are some things that are lacking. We don't have all the resources we need to expand it or to give everybody access so that they can have their own business operating out of their own home, all in the same plot of land. So we are conscious of the fact that we are a people organization. We are conscious of the fact that we are a nonprofit organization, but we know that none of that means anything if what we do is not reflected in our people. So we take ethics very personal. We feel that how we live is how our employees are going to live. How we act and respond is how they're going to act and respond. So as the managers of the organization, we're constantly putting out fillers, putting out surveys to make sure that everybody is on board. We do it internally as well as externally. And again, that causes the alignment with leadership. So we have cross-functional teams that work together, diverse teams to look over the priorities and make sure that we're not only considering the bottom line. We want to consider people as well as making a profit. Even though we're a nonprofit organization, we also need to look at profits because you can't run something without money. So we're not only purpose driven, but we're also profit driven. We care about the people. We know at the bottom line, we need the money to make things happen. So our competitive advantage is that we get a lot of volunteers because we're nonprofits. So there are not a lot of people that we have to pay. However, the equipment, the building, the land, these things are expensive. So the resource aspect of it, not the people resource, but the money resource, we are looking to obtain more resources. We are good with retention. Our marketing strategies, we need to improve a little bit more. We do have some of a presence on social media, but as far as us being worldwide or as far as us expanding beyond the area that we're in so that more people can see us and donate into our organization, we need to do more marketing, more mailers, direct mailers to the homes and so on and so forth, so that we can create more people who want to associate with us, who wants to partner with us, so we can bring in more stakeholders, which brings in more financial money that we need. So the goal is to create a sustainable community, of course. And so in order to do that, we need to figure out a way to get the funding. And then we also need to determine what we need to create in order to have enough space for the sustainable community. Houses where people have their own businesses, land where we can plant and grow our own food, solar panel farms and so on, and farms for our own animals. So we need to work with our developmental team to create a pro forma, and that pro forma will be attractive to investors because it will show what we have and then what we need and how we plan on making a profit so that they would want to invest in us. And we did find a facility, 137-acre plot of land. It has several buildings on that land, and it fits the needs that we need in order to do the school, everything that's within our goal for the sustainable community. There is enough land and enough building resources in order for us to do that. But looking at it again, we have to look at marketing, getting it out there to get the money, finding someone who's able to find the different investors to take our pro forma. We did contact USDA, so we're able to do a USDA loan, but we need to get the lease on the land in order to apply for the USDA grant loan. And so in order to get the lease for the land, we need to have a 25% down payment. So that we need to do in order to get the resources we need. And all of that comes together. Looking at our strengths and our weaknesses, you can see here we're people strong, but we're not knowledge-based strong. Our credit score isn't as high as it should be for us to get loans without us having a down payment. The threat is that the government can change the regulations at any time, causing us to not qualify for the USD loan. The COVID has a lot of investors timid or afraid of investing right now. So we are trying to find our best way at approaching people and looking the most attractive as possible. And that's why we need the pro forma. All right. And so again, as you look at this chart, you can see that our financial goals, it goes along with everything. If we want to improve our product base, if we want to improve our customer base, if we want to improve our services, if we want to increase everything we do, including technology, training, to be more flexible and robust, we need the finances. That's why it's first. We need the finances in order to do everything else within this analysis. We need the finances. And so looking at this plan and looking at all we want to do and to make sure that we have the evaluation plan in place to make sure we're meeting the goals and the targets, which you don't see the actual steps, which I'll talk about in another presentation of what do we go from beginning to the end. We need to start with pulling together, getting the pro forma done, each piece of that application, the numbers, everything crunched, getting a list of investors, getting our team together, making sure we have a diverse team, lawyers, everything that we need so that all the questions that we need to be answered in the application can be answered at once we get it out there and get that funding. And so going back to evaluate that, we need to go back and make sure that our goals and objectives are being achieved. And then if not, then we need to ask the questions to find out why, and if they are, reward whomever is doing what they're supposed to be doing. And again, evaluation is necessary to make sure that the plan is effective and that we meet our goal. If some things need to change, then we need to be able to go back and change those things. So again, as it pertains to strategic planning, One Body Outreach, we know what we want to do. We know how we want to get there. And now I am looking towards stakeholders, investors, and everybody else to partner with us so that we can make our strategic plan happen. Thank you very much and have a great day.